right, good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Let me turn this down and welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. I am your host, Charles Watson, and happy Sunday, December 23rd, the Sunday before Christmas. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. I hope everyone is where they need to go and traveling safely. We had a great time yesterday. Going down to Miami, visiting family. It was really nice to see everybody, and we are having a great weekend. We're getting ready to host Christmas at our house this year, so we're super excited about that. And I just hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas with all your families and friends and your loved ones. So let's jump into the subject matter for today. So today I want to discuss what is marketing. You know, throughout this year since we started on Expert Influencer Academy, we have been sharing with you guys information and how-to knowledge on how to take a topic that you are familiar with, something that you have been successful with in your life, and how to construct a message and that you can send out, build a community around, and ultimately make you some money with. Remember, information is valuable, your knowledge is profitable, and we believe that it should be working for you. So that's basically the essence of Expert Influencer Academy. And all year long, we have been giving inspiration on why you should be an entrepreneur, how to be an entrepreneur, how to get started in the information and expert marketing space, and just really how to set up your social media accounts to be able to start growing your message, how to monetize your videos and your promotions and things like that. These are things that we've covered this year. And in 2019, we want to start digging into the meat and potatoes of the subject matter. And we really want to explore, how do you separate yourself from the crowd? How do you break through in a noisy world? And how do you make sure that people are paying attention to you and your message that you are sending forth? So today we want to start the first video, and we want to talk about marketing. Marketing is a really complex subject, and in the months that we've been doing this, I've read a lot of books. I have them all listed down there in the show notes. I base my podcasts off the information that we read. And why people tell you and show you that you need to be passionate and how to champion your message and your cause and things like that, nobody's really digging into the meat and potatoes version of this, and no one is telling you how to actually market and promote your message and your brand. So we want to focus on that, and we want to share with you things that we have learned and things that we are trying in our brands, Expert Influencer Academy and our cosplay brand, Dishes and Stitches. And we just kind of want to try to provide you guys a blueprint to shorten that learning curve. We spent a lot of money on ads and things and not really seeing a return on investment. But we're kind of getting into the marketing and understanding the mechanics, and we just want to share this with you guys. So everything this week's book is the one-page marketing plan. Get new customers, make more money, and stand out from the crowd by Alan Dibb. And I have a link down here in the show notes about that book, and I highly recommend, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a small business owner, if you are a creative trying to get your artwork and your stuff to be seen and you're trying to generate some extra income, this is a must-have book for you. And as we go through the podcast today, everything we're going to be talking about starting out is from this book, and you're going to see the value of this as I start to share things with you. So before we could talk about marketing, let's jump into what the definition of marketing is. So according to dictionary.com, marketing is the action or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. Wow, that sounds really complicated and complex. And that is the standard definition of marketing. Alan Gibb in this book really puts it and really breaks it down for you. And so I'm going to hop into the book and I'm going to share with you Alan Gibb's take on marketing. So what is marketing? So some people think that marketing is advertising or branding or some other vague concept. While all these are associated with marketing, everything mentioned above, they're not one and the same. And so Alan goes down and he breaks everything down, and he has a very simple, and he says, here is the simplest, most jargon-free definition of marketing you're likely ever to come across. And this was awesome, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So here we go. So if the circus is coming to town and you paint a sign saying circus coming to the showground Saturday, that's advertising. If you put the sign, hang on one second. Okay, if you put the sign on the back of an elephant and walk the elephant into town, that's promotion. If the elephant walks through the mayor's flower bed and the local newspaper writes a story about it, that's publicity. And if you get the mayor to laugh about it, that's public relations. If the town's citizens go to the circus, you show them the many entertainment booths, explain how much fun they'll have spending money at booths, answering their questions, and ultimately they spend a lot at the circus, that's sales. And if you planned this whole thing in advance, that's marketing. And that's as simple as that. So that was a great breakdown. I hope you find value in it. And in this book, and this is what I want to share with you today, is the three aspects of customers, of potential customers. They're basically leads, prospects, and then customers last. And this is the work page that comes with this book, and we have printed it out, and in going through the book I have started filling out the information, and I just kind of wanted to give you food for thought and start thinking about these plans and how this can apply to your niche, how this can apply to your business, how this can apply to your brand. And then if you go ahead and purchase the book, or you jump in and want to know more, you can make this page and you can work on it as well. So let's try to break down marketing into three phases. So you have a brand, you have a company, you have a product, and you are ready to shout out your message and blast your product and blast your brand into the world. And the people that you are trying to reach, this is before people know who you are. No one has ever heard of you. No one even knows you exist. The people you are trying to reach, they are called prospects. So these are your prospects. And there's three things that you need to think about in order to reach your prospects. The first one is your target market. So I know that most business owners and most branders and artists and stuff like that, they really have a passion about what they do, and they really feel like their message is for everyone. But that is absolutely the worst thing you can do. You really have to define your target audience. So what is your target market? So our target market, for example, is we target small business owners. We target creatives. We target social media marketers, and we target entrepreneurs. That is our target market. So you need to sit down and really think about, who is it that you want to reach? Are you reaching millennials age 30 to 35 that are single mothers? Are you trying to reach seniors 65 and older that are on retirement, that have limited income? The more specific you get with your target market, the more powerful and the better and faster your brand is going to grow. I know it sounds completely opposite, but it is not. The second thing you need to think about in order to reach your prospects is your message to your target market. What is your message going to be? Why should people pay attention to you? Why are you different than your competitors? The third box that you want to think about, and the third thing you want to think about when people are still your prospects, is you want to think about the media and the channels that you're going to use to reach your target market. Are you going to use social media? If so, what platforms are you going to use? Are you going to use Facebook? Are you going to use Twitter? Again, by defining the demographic and the age of your target market should also dictate what media platforms are you going to use. And let's not disconnect and let's not disregard traditional forms of media if you can afford it. Snail mail, brochures, flyers, postcards, radio advertisement if you can afford it, TV advertisement if you can afford it, newspaper advertisement if you can afford it. Those last three extremely traditional medias are a little more expensive and usually reserved for larger brands and people with a larger marketing budget. But you don't know, you might be a small business owner that's doing really well and you have, you know, tens of thousands of dollars to sink into an advertising campaign. And if you do, man, good for you. That is awesome. But you definitely need to define what media platforms you are going to use to reach your target audience. And those three boxes, right, that makes up your prospects. So think about that, fill those out, take notes, and that is going to be what you are going to use to make initial contact, first contact with prospects who are your target market. So once you reach those guys, and let's say that they click on an offer, they sign up for your email page, they take you up on a free coupon, they take you up on a buy one entree, get one entree free, buy one painting, get a second painting 20% off. You have given them an offer, they have signed up for your list, or they like and engage in your content, they share a post, they like your Facebook page. These now move from prospects to leads. So when they are introduced into your brand and they come into your brand, usually from a free offer, we give away a free guide if you sign up for our email list, and I just mentioned a whole bunch more, they move into a lead. So how are you going to do this? And we just kind of touched on this. How are we going to capture leads? You need to have a lead capture system in place. You can offer a free guide. You can sign up for like a CRM program, which is a customer relations manager. They automate the process of sending out emails and stuff like that. You can also think about running social media ads, running your free offer on Facebook, on YouTube advertising. You need to figure out what are you going to use for a lead capture system. Wix has a great one. That's what we use, that automates the process. And I'm sure there are a couple other platforms out there. If you're currently using those platforms and you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments for the community. We would love to hear from you. So after you have those leads, you need to put in place a lead nurturing system. So how are you going to build a relationship and nurture these leads? This is very important. How? Because people buy. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Tia. People buy from people that they have established relationships with, people that they feel comfortable with. So you're going to need to nurture that lead generating system. So a couple of ways you could do this is you could do a monthly newsletter. You just really want to add value to your leads. You don't necessarily want to hard sell them. Morning again, Kevin. You don't want to antagonize them. Don't be the sleazy used car salesman, but maybe a monthly newsletter, sharing some tips, sharing some tricks in your niche. Maybe if you're in the food genre and you have a cooking channel, you can share a recipe. And by sharing a recipe, I mean, make a video of you preparing a dish, or of you prepping a dish, or of you grocery shopping. Nurture your leads, add value and you want to reach out to them, don't antagonize them, don't email them every 24 hours, but once a week, once a month, just to kind of build that rapport. And then after that, you're going to need a sales conversion strategy. So a good rule of thumb is you send 3 or 4 value-adding emails, and then on the next email, you send them something that they can purchase. Like, hey, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate you. We hope you've been gaining value from our emails and all the information. I've got this great cookbook on Amazon if you want to check it out. And we do the same thing. Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. Thanks for checking out our blogs. Thanks for checking out the 95% free content that we offer. By the way, if you like this stuff that you've been seeing and you want to help support us and you want a more deep dive value, please check out our book, Social Media Checklist. It's available on Amazon. So that's kind of how you're going to nurture them and try to move them into customers, because that is the third category, customers. So once you add value, you build that relationship, and the lead now purchases something from you, they become customers. And this is the after phase. And as a customer, you need to figure these 3 things out. And number 1 is, how are you going to deliver a world-class experience to your customer? What is going to separate you from the crowd? What are you going to do to make sure that to ensure them that they made the right choice by purchasing from you? This could be superior customer service, delivering the product, either digital product, immediately, delivering a physical product immediately, throwing in some kind of bonus or throwing in some kind of free item. So if they buy a big canvas painting from you, maybe throwing in a little canvas painting, maybe a bookmarker. We do free guides. So if you sign up for one of our training courses, we have 3 digital books on top of our training courses. We give 2 of them away for free. 2 with 1 product. The higher tier price product, you get 2 free items. With the lower price tier product, you get 1 free item. But this is delivering a world-class experience, separating yourself from the crowd. This is very important. And then the second one, this bleeds into it. The second box item you're going to have to figure out is, how do you increase the customer's lifetime value? Like, as the longer they're members, what is the type, what is the quality, and what is going to be the lasting impression of the value that you're going to add your customers? You don't want them in a vicious cycle of, hey, you clicked one time, I gave you 1 free item, buy, because that's going to put them apart. But you need to bring them in, get them excited, share with them your message, and that way they can go forward, help them get results, help them be successful, be the mentor. We've talked about this before. Be the guide, be Yoda, be Obi-Wan Kenobi. Guide your little Padawan to a successful outcome, and they will champion your brand, and they will champion your products, and they will champion your message to everyone that they know. And that goes back to, this leads to box number 3, which is, how do you orchestrate and stimulate referrals? That pretty much covered it. Continue to add value, continue to get them excited, give them real information, real results. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a fly-by-night. This is not an MLM scam. You are building a real business on expert advice and knowledge, and you really want to have your community be successful as well. That is our wish. That is our journey. We share all this with you guys, and always encourage you guys to please reach out to us if you try something and it works. But we want to hear from you also if you try something and it doesn't work, because we want to make those corrections. We want to pay attention to what's not working, because as they say, that which gets measured gets improved. And that is really the only way you continue to grow and you continue to become successful. Well, guys, I hope you found tremendous value in this video. We feel good about the path forward. These are actionable items that you can contemplate. You can make up your own little sheet here of a one-page marketing plan. Fill in the topics as the video plays, fill in those boxes. I really encourage you to check out the book. If you click on the link down in this video below in the show notes there, you will help support our channel, which we greatly appreciate. We thank you so much for the support so far. We've been able to upgrade my office chair, which is fantastic. It's so much more comfortable now and the wheels aren't falling off. So thank you for helping us there. We thank you for your continued support. It means a lot. We just want you guys to be successful, and we just want you guys to know that there is an alternative out there from the grind. There is relief. You just got to be willing to do the work. You got to take that leap of faith. You can do it. So guys, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to everyone. We have one more podcast for the end of the year next Sunday, and we're looking forward to that. And we're also looking forward to a very positive and successful 2019 from our families to your families. We celebrate Christmas, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Whatever you celebrate, put it down in the comments. That should be a thing. Tia and I were talking about that the other day. I should be able to say Merry Christmas to you, and you should be able to respond Happy Kwanzaa or Happy Hanukkah, you know, and that's accepted. So happy holidays for everybody, and we will see you guys in the next video.